I'm going to show you how to paint on Joe's Prime these cradled painting panels, which I adore. I love. It comes with this little frame, and I don't have to sand it. I get to enjoy it right out of the package. I'll also show you how to paint on Joe's really good canvas. And then there's this also, Joe's makes this, it's called Artboard. I'm not even sure what it's made out of. It looks like a composite of, does it say? I don't know, but what I love about this is the little hooky place in the back, and it still allows me to really build up layers. So all three of these surfaces allow me to build up my layers of paint, which is where I have so much fun. So let's pull out one of these, the Joe's Prime cradled painting panel. Look at how beautifully it goes on. It's so smooth. All right, so the brush I'm using is a white nylon made by Cheap Joe's, and I love the synthetic bristles. They're so soft. And I like using shorter bristled brushes. I feel like I have more control with it. And I really like to glob the paint on, but with a little bit of control. And the short bristles, it's just what I've become accustomed to, I guess. All right, so this is such a nice, smooth surface that I won't hesitate to go ahead and leave some of those brush marks showing underneath there, because I like to give things depth. We'll put a small patch on that one, just change things up a bit. So these are just the beginning. Here, I'll use a canvas now, just to show you that you can, through paint, build layers and layers and turn any surface into a color extravaganza. All right, so I'm running out. I'm going to use the rest on here. Put the patch on now. Yeah, I'm going to put a canvas patch on top of a canvas. What the heck? I've seen people put paper on canvas. Put down some more clear gesso. Mix in some more of the acrylic paint. Look at how fun that is. Why would anybody put down white gesso? That doesn't happen in my house. Van Gogh style. Just, that's a good way to get that off there. And yeah, I'll paint the sides of this canvas too. So I was influenced a lot by the Southern folk artists when I moved to Asheville. Before I moved to Asheville 8 years ago, I studied art history and I would go to museums, and I really loved the modern abstract expressionists. And I took art very seriously, and I wanted to make serious art. But when I moved to Asheville and learned about the Southern folk artists, that they just created things from whatever they had, you know, painting on roof tins or using whatever paint they had, whatever materials they had, I was very inspired by that, and that freed me up to paint on surfaces like reclaimed wood. And there's not a lot of financial investment, obviously, in painting on reclaimed wood, so that freed me up to experiment a lot. And that's when my art really turned fun, bright, and colorful, was when I just felt that freedom from the materials to go ahead and try something new and have some fun. And I began to take art less seriously. I took it seriously, but I was more serious about having fun.